We'll get started with Coach Kelly. Coach, do you have an opening statement or do you want to go straight to questions?
No, I'll make an opening statement.
All right, go right ahead.
Really great win on the road against an outstanding opponent in North Carolina. Prolific offense. Our defense was outstanding, especially in the second half. But one of those road wins that really shows the mettle of your football team. Offense, defense, was outstanding. I thought that, in all phases, especially in the second half, the way our defense played and then our offense, running the ball, throwing the ball, Ian Book was outstanding, Kyron, Javon, and then defensively, Drew White was outstanding. Ade was relentless in the pressure. And then, we're playing without arguably our bellwether player in the back end and Kyle Hamilton. Our safety play was outstanding. Brown and Griffith, Houston Griffin was outstanding, and certainly Sean Crawford. So great victory on the road, gets us to our ninth win, and puts us in a great position to clinch an ACC berth in the championship game with one more win. And so our guys are looking forward to playing home for next week. So good win.
All right, your first question will be from Eric Hansen.
Brian, a couple things. One, what did Clark Lee dial up there after Kyle Hamilton went out? I mean, that was an amazing turn of about situation. The other is Josh Lugg and Zeke Correll after they settled in. How do you feel like they played?
Well, a couple of things. I thought our game plan was outstanding. Having a little bit of the time off and then playing a prolific offense like North Carolina, it was a little bit like I gave the analogy to our staff, like coming out against the triple option. It was fast. We needed to acclimate a little bit. And once we did, we really liked our game plan. We thought that we had some things that they hadn't seen before. We were able to take away some of their glance reads off of the RPO, which made it difficult for them in certain situations. And we were able to do it with moving our safeties around. So I thought the plan was outstanding, and the players executed it extremely well. This was as well as our group played in the back end. Even when Kyle went down, Houston and DJ and Sean played extremely well and assignment correct. Great communication. It wasn't like one of the huge things that we felt like we needed to get better at was the communication back there, and they did a great job. I thought that Zeke did a great job stepping in. I think, as a first-time starter, to get the kind of ball control that we had, especially in the second half, your center's got to be doing a great job with protections. They threw a lot of stuff at us that we hadn't seen before. His recognition was really good. And Josh Lugg, really stepped in there. He's a big fellow. He can get people moved off the line of scrimmage. And, again, we knew that both these guys were going to step in and play well for us.
Your next question will be from Pete Sampson.
Brian, I was curious if this was a good example of sort of the complementary play between Tommy Reese and Clark Lee, as two coordinators working together, and then also a specific play, the sort of end around to Skoranek for a touchdown at the beginning of the third quarter. What you guys liked about that look? I mean, you've run concepts like that, but never with Skoranek.
Ben will take offense to that, Pete. We had been kind of kidding him during the week, listen, if we do this, you have to score on this, or we are going to take a ton of crap from guys like Pete Sampson. He just, listen, he's physical, and we felt like we were going to get the edge on this particular formation based upon what we had seen in the red zone. And we just, look, you can do that, or you can just throw a quick spot route out to a big guy like that, and he can bully himself into the end zone. So this was a lead hat that he was going to get. And, he's a big, long strider and a guy that we felt pretty confident that, he can pick him up and put him down. And so it was a play that we really liked. As it relates to the coordinators, we're constant, that's my job, to be communicating with both coordinators and to, set this up. Like we had 5, 3 and 4 and outs, and, we huddled quite a bit. We're taking some time off the clock, but we still wanted to stay aggressive. As in the third quarter, we were backed up. We didn't try to milk the clock. We threw what we call piston, which was the deep post to McKinley to open it up. And I said, Tommy, you want to be aggressive, stay aggressive. Let's not go back and, sit on this thing. We've been really good being aggressive. Let's keep doing it. And so it's that constant communication of Tommy Reese knowing when to be aggressive. And then same thing with Clark. Clark knew when to be aggressive and dial it up. And we're just really fortunate. We got 2 really good coordinators that work well together.
All right, next question will be from Austin Huff.
Brian, how would you describe Ian Book's shovel pass to Michael Mayer there in the third quarter?
Playmaker. Playmakers make plays. He was confident in his ability to make a play in that situation, and he wouldn't tell you it's something that he's expects to do at any one time. But look, you let guys play, and he's a playmaker. He was the quarterback. I mean, I read an article in USA Today from some guy that really shouldn't be writing articles about football. He should probably be doing something else. But they listed the top 10 quarterbacks, I think, in college football, and they didn't even list Ian. He's got a little fuel. He's got a little chip on his shoulder as well, and he won the matchup tonight. So he's a guy that makes plays, and again made a great play in that situation.
Next question will be from John Finneran.
Hi, Brian. I was wondering, how important was it for you tonight to have the time of possession that you did, and how that relates to the play that you got from your offensive line with 2 guys stepping in this week?
John, it's all important. I mean, I think the most important thing tonight was, the belief that we have in the guys that step in. Like, we believe in Zeke. Here's a kid that's just been waiting for his opportunity. Highly recruited player. We've got great trust in him. And same thing with Josh Lugg. Same thing with Houston Griffin when he stepped in with Kyle Hamilton. We believe in these guys, and we love these guys and trust them. And so they went out and they played at a high level. All of these things are important, but I think at the end of the day is that when we went into the locker room at halftime at 17-7, I looked at our team. I said, now you got to understand, we got to take this one play at a time. And this is going to be fighting for every blade of grass, but you guys are capable of doing this. Let's go out and do it. And they did it. This is on them. The players made the plays necessary for this game to turn out the way it did. And we missed a chippy. I mean, John Doerr's sick about it. I mean, John makes those in his sleep, or this is a 34-17 game. So again, a dominating performance in the second half because our players were locked into all of those things.
Your next question will be from Patrick Engel.
Hey, Brian, going back to what you said about the triple option kind of analogy because of the layoff, how much in-game adjusting was there you guys did, or was it kind of just a thing where it was waited out and let it come to you just because of that layoff?
We made a couple adjustments. There were a couple of things that we had to do on the counter. We made a couple of adjustments. We squeezed it a little bit. We chased it from the backside. We did some things a little bit to shrink some of those lanes that helped us. In the pass game, we were dropping an end to get underneath, some of their glance throws. So there were some adjustments that were made, but by and large, the game plan was in. It was executed flawlessly. It was well developed, well planned, but at the end of the day, it was extremely well executed.
Next question will be from Tim Priester.
Brian, normally you bring Leofau in and
Yeah.
share the spot with Simon, but you stuck with him. I wonder if that's just his speed and quickness and the momentum that he gained playing. And then secondly, North Carolina came into this game having scored 103 points in the fourth quarter, and you guys pitch a shutout. You must be really proud of your defense with the game on the line.
Yeah, I really am, Tim. I mean, I think, there's a lot to be said about holding this offense to under 300 yards. That's a pretty big accomplishment in terms of what they were able to do. Boy, they had two backs, and those backs are legit now. They are legit backs. Both of them were averaging over 100 yards. I think they had combined 87 yards rushing today. That's an outstanding defensive effort today. And then an offense that, was very opportunistic and balanced, 280 yards passing, 200 yards rushing. But the point of this is Maris Leofau. We've got great players and great depth there. Shane started us off, but we wanted to do some things in tracking, again, the RPOs with somebody that has some real good length and quickness. And Maris got in the passing lane a couple of times, deflected a ball, was difficult to read, didn't know exactly what he was doing, and caused some hesitation on whether there was going to be a pull or a throw. And Maris can do that with his length and quickness. And so he was very important in this game plan and developing the game plan for us.
Your final question will be from Tim O'Malley.
Coach, Javon McKinley's surge continues along with Ian Book. It seemed every time Book needed something, second and third down downfield, he was the guy to take a shot with again tonight.
Yeah, he was. I mean, we like the matchups. I mean, the kid's going to go up and get the football, but let's not underestimate the precision on the sideline. We had two really key plays that he made, tightrope in the sideline, and then if you add a third, where he just makes a play, out of nothing. I mean, he can do a little bit of everything for us, whether it's a drive route coming across the field, whether it's down the field, or timing routes on the sideline. We've got a guy that can do a lot for us. And so as that continues to grow, Ian Book is looking for a guy like that. It's great to see Joe come in and catch a really big throw for us on the sideline as well. So everybody's contributing. Everybody's got a piece of this. Everybody is excited about where we are. But the most important thing for us right now is to send our seniors off winners at home in our last home game against Syracuse. So great victory against North Carolina, really good offense. Mac Brown's done a great job in a very short period of time of bringing this program along. They've got a lot of weapons. It was a really good win for us. We're going to enjoy it for 24 hours, but we'll be back at it and getting prepared to play Syracuse in our last home game.